So to pay for college, Catherine is selling door-to-door pest control. And every house she stops at, you can read this in this top paragraph, every house she stops at has the choice of one package or no packages. So they can buy one, they can't buy more than one, or they can just decline. And what we have here is Catherine's success rate in selling packages to the homes and the type and value of each contract. So in other words, to translate this, for the condo economy package right here, people who live in condos, their contract only costs $180. And she visited 630 homes, and 10% of those homes bought the condo economy package, right? So we can figure out what the total value of sales were there by saying, okay, this is 630 homes times 10%, that's 0.1, times, now this right here in red, that's the number of homes that bought the package. In other words, 63 homes bought the package. But the value of this is going to be times $180. So 63 homes times 180 equals, well, math, 63 times 180. Okay, hot dog, $11,340. Great. Now, obviously, that's not how much she got paid, right? She gets a portion of that as a contract salesman. But we're going to do the same idea for the rest of these things, too. So now let's talk about a regular single-family home, which goes for $400. That's more. So she visited 360 of these homes. She had a success rate that was a little higher with them, 12%. And each one was worth $400 for the ones who signed up. Well, what's that going to be? 360 times 0.12 times 400. So she made the pest control company $17,280 worth of sales there. And last up, home and estate. So these sound like pretty posh places here. They want $540 for these contracts because presumably it's a big yard or something. She visited 280 McMansions. Those had a pretty high success rate of making those sales complete. Even though the prices are higher, I guess they got more money to blow. Or more bugs, who knows. 280 times 17% times $540. Okay, that's the value of these contracts. So we've got 280 times 17%. So that's about 47 homes. And I'm not rounding anything. And I multiply this by 540. So I get a total of 25,704. Now you may notice something, which is that when you multiply 280 by 17%, you get 47.6 homes. Okay? Yeah, it's not perfect, right? You're not going to have a home say, well, we like this pest control idea, but we only want 60% of it. That's not really going to work. So there are some rounding errors involved in this, and that's to be expected. But if you'll notice, those answers are pretty far apart. There's no chance that a rounding error is going to throw you completely off. So we add this up. You've got $11,000 worth of contracts for the cheap condos, $25,000 for the big houses, and $17,000 for the ones in the middle. Just add them all up, and we're going to get $54,324 worth of contracts. That's this one right here. The pest control company has to pay its own costs, so they're not going to see that as a profit. And then Catherine's going to get a portion of what's left, so hopefully she can pay for some classes this fall.